Our programme included visits to 4 schools. At the Searin Upper Secondary School, we received a princely reception. After being told about the school, we were given a tour of all the facilities and welcomed into lots of classrooms. Most children stay in their own classroom and the teachers move around. We felt at home in the staff room, just organised chaos. I was struck by the courtesy of the pupils. They were very much at ease with adult visitors, very keen to talk, and seemed to have a respectful but informal relationship with their teachers. One young lad was fast asleep in a maths lesson, ignored by the teacher, much to the delight of the other pupils. We were given lots of gifts, a school pennant, a fan made by pupils with the words, "Let's flow honest like the river." Unfortunately, the day we were to visit 3 schools, Typhoon 18 had struck and there were no children. All the pupils had been kept at home. What a disappointment. At the elementary school, the pupils had rehearsed a welcome song which the staff had to sing to us. At the Cosmos School, we were able to see the facilities and were given beautiful presents of children's work. I really don't know how the children learn to read and write. It all seems so complicated. They have to master 4 different ways of writing. Kanji, these are the Chinese characters, about 50,000 of them, although children only have to learn about 3,000. There's hiragana, which are Japanese characters that are used to link the kanji ideograms. Katakana is used to write foreign words, and Romaji uses the Roman alphabet to write Japanese. At present, children have to go to school on 2 Saturday mornings a month, but this will be completely phased out in a couple of years. The pressure on students to succeed and get into the best schools is intense, and many are sent to cram schools like this one. It was a pleasure to see children on school trips to some of the cultural sites, and I was impressed by their behaviour, despite the heat and humidity. What impressed me most about the schools was the importance given to teaching about Japanese culture, such as origami. It's compulsory for everyone to stay after school for these activities, such as practicing musical instruments. Martial arts are very popular, and we saw judo and kendo. And we also came across some sumo wrestlers. Ikebana, or traditional flower arranging, combines an offering to Buddha with the concept of harmony with nature. The tea ceremony helps children to learn etiquette. It's a bit like a religious service. Maca, or powdered tea leaves, are used, and the host follows a strict ritual from making the fire, adding hot water to the bowls, whisking until frothy, kneeling and bowing to serve. Halfway through one tea ceremony, 8 girls struck up a performance of Vivaldi's Four Seasons on the koto. This was so well played, and loud, I couldn't believe they'd only been learning for 3 years. They were actually rehearsing for a competition the next day. The koto is a wonderful instrument. Many of them are hundreds of years old. The body's made of paulownia wood, which is a hardwood with a beautiful grain. The 13 strings are traditionally made of silk. They are plucked with 3 plectra made of ivory or plastic and attached to the fingers by a leather band. The bridges are moved, sometimes while playing, to achieve the desired tuning. In Tokyo, we were treated to a performance of kabuki, a cross between classical theatre, opera, music hall and pantomime. The actors are all male. The traditional costumes and sets are incredibly elaborate. Movement is slow and the dialogue and gestures are very formal, but the colour and the energy are captivating. The traditional and contemporary are inextricably linked. The genkan is a paved area at the entrance to the house with a raised wooden floor. You take off your shoes here and put on a pair of slippers before going in. Even a modern house will still have at least one tatami matted room, and you only walk barefoot on these. This is because it's used as both an eating and sleeping surface. Since the mats are all the same size, that's 2 meters by 1, rooms are measured in tatami mats. Most houses are quite small, with rooms divided by paper screens. The futon will be stored in a cupboard and laid out every night. Sitting on the floor to eat a meal is still a custom in the Japanese inns or ryokan. Bowing as a greeting is a way of life, and you quickly learn how many degrees are appropriate. And of course you'll be expected to take a bath. You wash yourself first using the tap or shower, and then get into the bath for a soak for as long as you can take. In Wakayama, we sample the hot springs together. Walking along the seafront, it was lovely to join the Japanese holiday makers and watch the sun going down.